Art Helin Outdoors is brought to you by Vortex, the force of optics. New archery products, Passion Drives Innovation, Northwoods Bear products, Hoyt, Get Serious, Get Hoyt, Moultrie, Total Game Management, Ameristep, Innovation, Safety and Quality, Arctic Shield, Locks Heat In, Keeps Cold Out, Drake's Adventures. We get children involved. Also brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Today we're going to talk a little bit about early season. Early season for whitetails can mean from September 1st, even just a little before September 1st if you're hunting out west. A lot of the states, Nebraska, North Dakota, Wyoming, they all have very early seasons. Kansas has their opening youth season very early. So there's a lot of early seasons, and it can run all the way up until what we call the October lull, which is a whole different thing that I can get into and spend a ton of time on, but we're not going to today. We're here just to strictly talk about early season and some tactics that can help you. A lot of people don't think about calling deer during the early season. They wait until rut. Guys, we have all these tools, and if you understand deer, and deer are my passion, so I go to game farms, I go to farms that my friends own that are deer farms, listen to the vocalizations, try to learn what they're doing, take bits and pieces from other people I know from the industry. And what we've found out is early season, all these things work very, very well if used properly, except for the one. I'm bringing this out for a reason. Early season, you don't want to be using an estrus call. Okay, deer are not in estrus in September. If you're using this call that early in the year, you're going to educate these deer and mess up their patterns and what they're doing. So this call is one that early season, you just want to set it aside and don't worry about it. The rest of them, however, if used properly, are great. What happens with deer when they start shedding their velvet? So as soon as that velvet starts coming off, their testosterone levels are going up. As the horns start hardening, the velvet shrinking, their testosterone keeps going. Once they start shedding it, now it even goes to a whole new level. What happens is then it becomes a dominance game for them. They want to know who the big kid on the block is. So what happens then is they start doing a lot of sparring. It becomes a game of not only dominance but social. They want to know who's there, the does that are there, everybody that's in their territory. And if they've got somebody that's bigger, they're going to move on to a different block. So use these to your advantage. And this is what we're going to do. So once you get into those early seasons, some of the calls you want to do, you want to look at your smaller rattling blocks, your different pack racks, your different sets of horns here. That what you want to do, because if you get into the bigger ones, this is going to be more of your rut. So you want to, that's why there's different sizes. A lot of times they aren't going real hard going at. They're just going to come in. That's it. They just want to come in, rub their horns, kind of clack them together, push each other around just a little bit, and see who the big kid on the block is. They figure that out without having to get real aggressive this early in the year. Problem is, if you get into something too big this early, these are for later. You can't tone it down enough. So it's a little too loud, a little too aggressive. So that's, again, why they have the different sizes. This is a great one. This is a medium size, so you can get both out of this. Early season, because they lock. So you can actually make this with a little less pressure and lock it. You can make that so it's not real aggressive, get great sounds out of it for that early season. Next thing you want to look at are your calls. This time of year, your bucks are not going to be doing tending grunts. They're not going to be doing aggressive grunts, challenge grunts, snort wheezes. They're going to do a social grunt. That's what most of us learn as our first grunt. So when you get that grunt tube, it's just a all a social grunt is. Okay? They just want to know who's there. They're going to go check that out. You can do that with this. You can take an adjustable. This one here is an adjustable tube. Just, or you can even sound younger. Couple different tones out of the same call. Again, this has a snort wheeze with it. Do not use that early season. The last call that we want to talk about that can be a really good call here is you want to get into your doe calls. Okay, a doe grunt, bucks are going to come in, they're going to check it out. Just a, it's a social grunt. That's the older does. If you want, you can get into the fawn bleeds. If you're looking to shoot does early season, this is great. Again, with bucks, the same thing. They're going to come in. They want to be, they're defensive of their young. So when that fawn, you can do a distress, or you can just, like she's lost. Mom's going to come in. She wants to check that out. She wants to find out either what's hurting her baby or come in to find out where she's lost and check her. So early season for does, that's great, but the bucks also, the curiosity, they're going to come in and check that out because of the social behaviors. So again, you want to go through this, look at even the rattle packs early like this. Okay, you can make those. They all come in different sizes too. For early season, late season, that's the different sizes. Also for putting them in your packs and carry them out, but really for different times of the year. So again, just a real quick recap. Look at the social aspects of it, the dominance of it. You want to do some light rattling early like that. As their testosterone goes up, they want to find that out who's there. Again, social grunts. Don't do any tending grunts, just strictly social. Your adult doe bleats, and then your fawn bleats. You can either do the distress or a lost fawn bleat. Any one of these early like this until that first week of October, up to the October lull, so the 10th, 15th of October, something like that. Any one of these work great as soon as season opens up. Don't be afraid to get out there and rattle. Just don't get too aggressive, because all these things right here, they will help you become more successful in this early season. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. For more news and upcoming events, please check out arthelinoutdoors.com.
You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. That's a great place to ask us questions, share your experiences, and find out what we're up to. We want to hear from you.